Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you candy. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you figs and dates and grapes and cakes.
I'm dressed like this because I'm a refugee from the Pride Parade. I mean, I'm gay and I don't mind that, but I can't take that parade. Let me tell you, if I wanted to see guys' bare butts, I'd have been straight. And then the opportunity to shake hands with Mr. Airhead of Canada, Justin Trudeau, I don't know, I passed it up. I don't know why I would do that. But the thing is, you get to be very particularly popular during Gay Pride Week. I mean, I have friends, but you know, the straight friends, they're just coming at you from every direction. They call and say, Marylee, you going to the Pride Parade? I say, no, I'm tired. They say, but we're going. My daughter's in it. My office, we're going. We're donors. We're sponsors. And I'm thinking, okay, be gay for a day. That's okay. You know, and just go right ahead. It gets better. I tell you, it gets better. But that's pretty much not my big political thing. I mean, it takes a while to get used to being gay. I'm the only 71-year-old lesbian comic around, right? And I got to hear all the masturbation jokes. You know, one can relate to that. Because, like, I live alone. I'm sure it's not my personality, you know, it's probably, but, so it may be my clothing choice. Yeah, it could be that. But the thing is that if you live alone, you don't get a lot of feedback, you know, who you really are. So every once in a while have friends, and I had this friend, a comic from Ireland actually, so you know, she came and stayed for 2 weeks, but it was the oddest thing in terms of feedback. Because like within 3 hours, she's saying things like, Marylee, does it hurt a dog to wash them? Will it hurt their skin? You know, what does that tell me? You know, and then she's offering all these friendly things like, Marylee, I do a little bit of vacuuming for you. What is she trying to tell me? And so then I told her, I said, no, I did it 6 months ago. There's no point in doing it now. Yeah. And then I wanted to like fix a meal for her. I thought, you know, be social. So I did what I do living alone. You know, I opened this can of black beans, and then I opened this can of lentils and coconut milk. I mix it all together. Actually, that's fairly repulsive, doesn't it? Anyway, so I mix all this, and I put in tomatoes and everything, and I say, okay, your dinner. Woo. And she says, you know, I'm really full. You know, I had a big dinner, and I think, I'm not that dumb. She's been 9 hours on a plane. How much food are you going to get, particularly if it's Air Canada? No. So, yeah. So I decided the thing to do, if I'm going to have guests again, you know that saying about guests and fish, you know, smell after 3 days? It's actually 2. And then the other thing is I'm going to give them a special gift coupon to Airbnb. It's the only way. That's all right. I mean, just come and visit me anytime. I won't cook. And then the other thing is, like, at my age, you often enough go to reunions and stuff like that. I mean, if you're just out of high school, you're not going to have a high school, you know, maybe a year or two later. But I go to these things, like they're 50-year reunions and more, you know. And the trouble is, just like one of our other comics mentioned, over time with aging, particularly you tend to gain weight, right? If you're losing weight, you're dead. But if you're gay, you know, you gain and you gain and gain. So I go to these reunions and I'm thinking, how am I going to recognize people? Because, you know, by the time you put them, so I've said to myself, and I was just at the reunion of all of us that got arrested when I was at Berkeley, and I'm saying, that's my life in a slammer. But, so I said, look at their eyes, you will see the person. It doesn't work. So what I want for the next reunion is sort of like a social vacuum, okay? That you had kind of a dust buster, and you could like hug people, hug, and then reach back behind your head and go, you know, you just suck it all out. And then you could see who it was, and you say, oh, that's the one. I slept with her. I slept with her. That was at the Bob Dylan all night long, you know, they, you know. But the trouble is, then you let go and you say, I slept with that one. And you know she's thinking the same thing about you, right? So anyway, because I'm running out of time, I'm going to spare you all the rest of this except to say the trouble with transit is you can't sit as a senior. I know that segues are brilliant. You can't sit where you want to sit because if you're a senior, they keep popping up everywhere, you know, and what if you want to sit somewhere else? And so finally I realized what I have to do. If I want freedom of seating, I'm going to have to wear a hoodie to cover the gray hair. I'm going to have to wear a mask to cover the chubby face. And then I can just sit anywhere in that place. Anywhere. Or else I'm just going to go as me, empower myself, walk to the back and say, you up. I'm traveling in style. Thanks very much.